Welcome, everyone, to Sons of Norway's monthly agent update. My name is John Benz, and I'm joined today by Jenna Smith, and we look forward to sharing some information with you on today, a fine day, October 12th, in the year of our Lord, 2021. Today, we're going to be going through a couple of new sales resources, a e-app change. We're going to be talking through and promoting our next training webinar. That's part 3 in this series. Very exciting times we live in. We're going to be talking through a little bit about how to get a hold of us. We've got a COVID-19 underwriting reminder. Unfortunately, not an update. It is a reminder. And talk through a little bit about our password changes, what we're doing with that, and we'll close it out with a sales idea relating to term. Exciting stuff. So right now, we'll kick it off with a new sales resource. One of the most common questions we get is, how can I find a completed or saved e-application? And that is a very good question. We have done things like relabeling on the through LifeBase, our e-application engine. We've done some things to make the buttons a little bit more, stand out a little bit more, but it's still not the most user-friendly. So what we've done is created a 3-minute video that is absolutely worth your time. If you have questions relating to how do I pull up a saved illustration, how do I pull up a completed application, how do I pull up a saved e-application? And honestly, how do I tell whether or not an application's been sent to the home office or not? These questions will all be answered in this quick video, and we look forward to sharing that with you so that you can save that time and not have to call and be on hold with us. We've left the breadcrumb here at the bottom here. It is within the agent portal. It is in product writer training. You would look in our training video suites, and it's called e-application quick tips. The link to this video will be sent out after the distribution of the notes for this, so that you will be able to get that. We'll also be promoting it throughout the month. So exciting stuff. Next, we made some updates to our e-application. So for those of you who attended our last webinar, our last training webinar, relating to what does Sons of Norway consider in good order, we talk through how we look at, and we differ a little bit from the industry on how we look at insurable interest. In order for us to fix that and make it simpler for our agents, we changed a couple of things. First and foremost, we changed that we are no longer automatically denying. We do reach out to the agent to determine whether or not we can establish insurable interest at the time of issue. So that should save some questions and some headaches. But the major one, and the one I'm most excited about, is we added a drop down, as you can see on the screen, of pre-approved beneficiary relationships that automatically establish that insurable interest at the time of issue. So if your client does have a relationship that is not part of the pre-approved, that's okay. We have now made that easy as well. We have an other option, which does bring up 2 additional questions that need to be filled out in order for us to be able to issue the policy. We need to establish what that relationship is, and also a brief explanation of why it has the insurable interest. So tend to be, we see cousin, they take care of my bills, something to that effect would easily, we're not looking to make this overly difficult for you, but it is something that we need to establish at the time. So if you do choose that those boxes will appear, and this is an exciting update. Hopefully it makes your life easier, as well as our new business area. So good stuff there. Next, I want to talk through another new sales resource, which is our new insurance product sales sheet. So this actually came from you guys. In our last monthly newsletter, we asked for ideas on what should we be talking about. And one of the things that we continue to hear from our field is, I didn't know you offered that product, or that's neat. I thought you were only a final expense shop, or I didn't know you did that. So what we did was we created something very similar to our annuity product matrix and created this product sell sheet, which offers the full suite of our insurance products that we have available and kind of the highlights on how they work and some general information on them so that you can have it as a quick hit on your desk or easily at your fingertips so that you know what we offer. This is something that we're very excited about. We're looking forward to sharing it with you. It will be in the agent resources section, and we will also include a link to it in the follow-up to this webinar for those of you who attended, and we will be promoting it throughout the month. But excellent stuff. We're excited to share it with you, and get your copy now. This new resource leads me into a promo for our next agent training series. So this is part 3 in our How to Do Business with Sons of Norway, or Simplifying Doing Business with Us. As I mentioned, last month was around what we consider in good order, and the previous months was all about how to do business with us and navigating common pitfalls that agents have fallen into that we would like to help you with. So both of those are available for replay on our agent portal, and we can include links for that. But on Wednesday, October 27th at 11 a.m. Central, we will be hosting our next edition, which comes directly from you, in that overwhelmingly it was asked for what products you offer. So we're going to be covering the products that we offer, how we look at them, and how to best position them. So this gives you a great opportunity to look at what we offer, what we're doing for our agents in these products, and how you can best sell our full suite of insurance products and fixed annuity products as well. So the link for registration will be available in the agent portal this afternoon, and we will also be sending that out after this webinar as a standalone communication so that we can get some attendance. And again, if you haven't seen these before, if you haven't come to these before, we definitely are looking for more opportunities for us to provide value to you within this webinar series. So please let us know if you have any comments or if there's any focus that you'd like us to share or take a deeper dive into. So that's the webinar. Hopefully we see all of you there. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jenna.
All right, thank you, John. And remember to register for those regardless if you can attend, because you'll receive the replay. So make sure you don't miss that. I'm going to touch on the phone directory. So your time is valuable, and we want to ensure that you are routed to the correct department to answer your questions in the quickest and most efficient manner. So after you call us at 833-707-0012, remember to hit 1 for customer service. So this is for general membership inquiries. And as a rule of thumb, anything that's in force. If it's in force, you'll want to hit 1 for customer service. 2 is us. So before the sale, insurance, and annuity product questions, expertise in design, illustrations, and sales ideas, issues logging into the agent portal, or any questions concerning the e-application. 3 is new business. So the policy has been submitted but not yet issued. Anything in that window. This also includes any amendments. I know I've been getting some calls today. I have an amendment and I don't know what to do with it. That is a question for new business. So be sure to hit 3. 4 is for licensing and contracting. Pretty self-explanatory there. Anything related to appointment inquiries. 5 is for commissions. So this is questions pertaining to commission payments, reversals, and compensation related issues. Also with commissions, you can go onto our agent portal and click on the commissions tab. That does go into detail on payments and other commission related issues. And as John said, spoiler alert, this is not an update, this is a reminder. Our temporary underwriting policies are still in place. We get calls daily asking us when these will be lifted. We discuss this constantly, almost every day, and continue to assess these temporary policies. So this relates to any products other than GI. We do have parameters in effect. For details on those, head to the agent portal and navigate to underwriting. There's a button right at the top. We will also include that in the replay email. And this, you've been hearing from us. In order to protect both you and your client's information, we are making a critical security update. So some of you in the past month may have received a notice that your password has expired, and you have already updated your password. For that, we thank you. If you haven't received an email and want to be proactive, we will include a link to a landing page that will walk you through a step-by-step process to updating your password. And again, it just takes probably less than a minute, and help us help you to make sure that we are keeping all of your secure information secure. So with that, I will hand it back to John to talk about term.
Thanks, Jenna. So why do we love term? So it's affordable. This tends to be the most reasonable entry point for life insurance for most clients. It opens up that opportunities for those who are younger and healthy. It allows them to get that higher face amount in the years that they really need it in order for them to provide for a family should there be an unexpected passing. It's straightforward. It's easy to understand. It's not complex. There isn't a whole lot of moving parts with it. And it really is an excellent tool, especially for those younger clients. Why should you love our term is what I want to talk to you a little bit about today. So we like to think of Sons of Norway is unique in that we offer trail commissions for our 20 and 30-year products for the life of the product. So we like to think of this as almost annuitizing your commissions, and ultimately allows you to earn more money over time and annuitizes those comp over that period. So if you have that younger segment of business who is looking to get a term policy, I challenge you to take that Pepsi challenge and stack us against a competitor and see where we land from both a rate perspective from that client and also for against what it looks like for the entirety of the life of the product when it comes to comp on your end. I think that we would stack up very, very well as we've done competitive analysis around this. So if you have questions or would like to understand what this looks like, please don't hesitate to call us on the 800 number or the 877 number, option 2, and Mike, Jared, or Jenna would be happy to go into some details around specific cases that you're going into. But let's talk a little bit about how can we use term for the kiddos. So what we offer at Sons of Norway is what's called a Viking Voyager. They're small face amount products that offer term rates for issued up to the age of 17 and have a life up to the age of 26. What we hear and where we suggest you utilize these is as a single premium play for a parent or a grandparent who is looking to protect the life of a new family member. So let me give you an example. So let's just say you have a client interested in protecting their 1-year-old granddaughter with a $25,000 certificate. I wish my Nana would have done this for me. So we have annual premium amount of just $51. Very reasonable. That is something that most parents or most grandparents can easily fit into their budget, and would be happy to offer that for the protection of their grandchild. That translates over the course of the entirety of its lifespan to $1,275 over the entirety of this policy. Not bad. It really isn't. For them to be protected for all those years for the $1,275, very reasonable. I'd be happy with that. However, for a one-time payment of just $498, they could protect that granddaughter for the entirety of their young life up to the age of 26, having a $25,000 certificate for a one-time payment of $498. So we look at this as a great play in those circumstances where you're already dealing with a grandparent, already dealing with a client, and they want to tack on something. They have a new grandchild. They're showing you the pictures. We think that you have an opportunity. Are you thinking about protecting them, or have you any concerns there? I think this would be a great play, and it does show and illustrate the power of the single premium. So with that, we are excited to share our term products. Should you have any questions, any other specifics, please don't hesitate to give us a call, or for anything else we talked about at 833-707-0012. And again, sales is option 2. And you can speak with Jared, Mike, or Jenna, and we'll be happy to share and help you. With that, hopefully this was valuable. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to post them now. Let's see. When somebody missed the date, when is the webinar?
It is October 27th at 11 a.m. Central Time. And that will be, the link to register will be on the agent portal this afternoon. And we will also include it in the replay email.
Perfect. Thanks, Jenna. Can we sell term and the other products over the phone, like telesales? That is a great question. At this time, the term is not available for telesale. However, we do allow for our guaranteed issue product to be sold via telesale, and we allow for a virtual sale for our simplified issue. Peek behind the curtain, we do plan on, we are looking into a simplified issue term to replace this term with the similar mechanics in 2022. I do not have an ETA for you, but my goal would be to roll that out and also allow that to have a virtual component as well. And by virtual, I mean that there is an attestation that the identification was done and you could see that client rather than just a simple telesale. There's a little bit more to it than that. But overall, a virtual sales process is available. But currently it is not available for the term or our other whole life, fully underwritten whole life products. Good question. Next, can your beneficiary be a minor? Great question. The simple answer is yes, but it's more complicated than that. So if the insured passes prior to them reaching the age of majority, it doesn't avoid probate, and there are certain characteristics that need to get taken care of in that event. So if you're talking about somebody who's real young and somebody who's might be very sick, you may want to think about doing a guardianship or having some other trusted relative be the recipient of the beneficiary rather than the minor, just because of how it will look after the claims process. Let's see.
And as a rule of thumb, just know we cannot release the money until the client or until the beneficiary is 18. That's how I was told today. It was a good question, and I'm glad that it came up again.
Is this recorded? Yes, it is. A replay does go out. It will probably be about 24 hours from now. That will include the links that we discussed throughout the presentation, and does include a recording. And that's actually another plug that I'd like to state, that when you see these, these opportunities for these webinars that come up, please register, even if you cannot attend or doesn't work in your calendar, because that replay does go out to those who are registered for easy access and so that you can listen to it at your leisure. So great question there. Did you say the term product is the Voyager? We have a standard term product that is fully underwritten, and we also have a Viking Voyager, which is our juvenile term product. That's the one that I was referring to and speaking about with the power of the single premium. There is a compliance question on this that I think we probably need a little bit more information on, so we will be reaching out to that agent directly. So apologize there. We're using FEX quotes for our quoting of Sons of Norway guaranteed issue, but don't see the term quoter. Is there a plan to add? Great question. I didn't realize that term was not available on that. I will do some digging. It is definitely available on our life-based system, and most of our partners have been given all of the information, requisite information, to have it on their proprietary systems. So as far as FEX quotes, let me see what I can do to get that added. And let's see, how do I go about updating my password?
So we actually have we created a landing page that walks through the step-by-step process. I will include that in the replay email, but basically you head to the login screen on the agent portal and hit change my password. It will send you an email. You click on the link in the email, and it will prompt you to change your password from there. So a pretty simple process, but to make it as easy as possible, I will include that link to change your password in the replay email from this webinar.
Got a question here. It says, to clarify, single premium of $500 covers the child or grandchild through the age of 26. That was a example, and that did have to do with a 1-year-old female, so those dollars could change. But yes, in that example, the one-time payment of the $498 for those circumstances of a 1-year-old girl would cover up to through age 26 for that $498. I do also want to point out that those are convertible. And we'd be happy to go into that in more detail if you have any specific questions. It was also pointed out that our UL is not on FEX quotes either. I will look into that one as well. Last call for any additional questions. Again, I want to say thank you very much. We know your time is valuable. We appreciate you taking the time to either listen to this live or listen to this in replay. We try to make these as succinct and valuable as possible for you, our agents, and really appreciate you choosing Sons of Norway and putting your trust in us. So please, if you have any questions, follow-up, feedback, don't hesitate to give us a call or shoot us a note, and we'll be happy to make sure that gets taken care of. With that, we greatly appreciate your time and have a wonderful rest of your day.